This is Ryan Finkelstein, host of Locked On Mets, ready to make a bold prediction. The Mets are going to win 7 of the next 10 games. Got 4 against the Marlins, 3 against the Phillies, 3 against the Nationals, all division rivals. 7 wins in the next 10. And I'm willing to do something pretty bold to ensure this happens. I'm going to gamble my goatee. I've probably been playing a little bit too much at betonline.ag, but the idea came across, you know what, it's time. It's time to have fun again this season. I am so sick of the negativity I've been seeing here. Sure, it was a bad week. The Mets lost 5 of 8. Deadline didn't go as planned. Jacob deGrom had a setback. I get it. You're frustrated. But you only get one baseball season. You shouldn't spend it just upset all the time. Enjoy it. This is the first time in, 14 years the Mets have held a division lead this long? 13 years that they've had this good of a record in August? And you're letting a great season pass you by because you just like to complain about stuff. It's Ryan Finkelstein, host of Locked On Mets. And I'll tell you, I'm trying to be a beacon of positivity for this Mets team, and they don't make it easy. And we have reached the Marlins spoil and crush your hopes and dreams portion of the season. Happens every year in the second half, generally. It's a 4-game series in Miami. A little bit terrified for the Mets. You know, these are the series that you go into Miami, there's about 1,500 people in the crowd, and you have to sit there and watch as the Marlins just steamroll you for no reason. It's Ryan Finkelstein, host of Locked On Mets. More like Locked On, the most frustrating team to watch in baseball. I don't really know what to say at this point. Came into this week with a bold prediction. The Mets would win 7 out of 10 games. They've lost the first 2 in that stretch. So it looks like I'm shaving this goatee because I can't see this team winning 7 of the next 8 games. Don't think it's happening. Once again, offense can't produce enough runs. They ultimately score 4, but only when the Marlins had 5, and that 4th run was meaningless. This is Ryan Finkelstein, host of Locked On Mets. Probably coming to you with a goatee for the last time because I made a bold prediction this week. Said the Mets would win 7 of the next 10 games or I would shave. Well, that was based on the assumption that they would beat up on a team that was, 17 games under 500 and not get beaten by them in a 4-game series. They let the Marlins take 3 of 4. I know it's in Miami, but man, is that brutal. Here's your post-game recap. The Mets can't hit. Here you go. By popular demand, I have a Fu Manchu. When I made this challenge, the gamble the goatee, Mets will win 7 of 10 or I will shave for the first time in 5 years, I was expecting to go clean shaven. But this actually feels right. This feels like the shame that a Mets fan should feel right now to have this ridiculous thing on my face. I don't wear it as good as Louis Guillorme. Not as well trimmed, not as even, I get it. And because it's so bad, I'm going to lay down another challenge because betting on the Mets did not work for me. So I'm going to bet against the Mets. I will keep this Fu Manchu until the Mets lose again. That's right, until they lose again. So the way things are going, they'll lose on Saturday, shave this puppy off. But if they start a winning streak, I will have to deal with the shame of wearing this Fu Manchu. And that's going to be even more of a problem for me because Locked On Mets is coming to you now on YouTube. That's right. Follow along with this channel. Subscribe. Whatever you got to do here. This is the new home of Locked On Mets. Although you can still listen everywhere you've been listening. Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, all that good stuff. But now if you want to watch, you want to see me talk to some more guests, I'm going to try to give you a lot of extra content here on YouTube. Going to continue to try to bring you some of the most comprehensive coverage you're going to find in the New York Mets. My 3rd year doing this show. Big thanks to all the listeners who tune in every day. Big thanks to the Locked On Podcast Network for giving me this platform. Looking forward to expanding here on YouTube Monday through Friday. New episodes will be dropped here. Hopefully, I will not have a Fu Manchu for the debut. But then again, that would mean the Mets won the last 2 games of this series and remained in first place. So, win-win.